Hello, good morning students. This is Narendra Jain, Director Manthan Career Institute, Director Parshu International Senior Secondary School. Students, you can see my videos on my YouTube channel Narendra Jain Sir's Chemistry. So students, in the 11th class, we have discussed in the last class is organic part, and in the organic part what we have discussed is how to name N-isoneo, secondary and the tertiary. Today we will move to make the radicals. How to make the radicals? In the earlier classes I have also told you that what are radicals? Radicals are those species in which valency of the carbon is kept free. 1 valency, 2 valency or the 3 valency of the carbon is kept free. They are called as the radicals. Now the question arises, when we talk about the radicals, how can we find total how many radicals are going to form? So we start by topic radicals of alkane. Radicals of alkane. Now the question arises, what do you mean by the word radical? Radical means valency should be kept free. We know alk plus ane is there. If I divide the alkane in the two parts, then it is alk plus ane, and if alk plus ane is there, then see, alk is the number of the carbon and ane stands for the single bond. Students, I have told you earlier that when you are making the radicals, then the valency of the carbon is not valency of the carbon is made free. That is what I am saying, valency of the carbon is made free. It means we are not saying that number of the carbon is changed. No, number of carbon will remain as it is. So I will maintain the alk, but the ane will be substituted by the term YL. So the compound name becomes alkyl. Alkane converts into alkyl. For example, CH4, I have taken methane and remove one valency, then it would be CH3. This compound is methane and now it is called as methyl. Similarly, if we go for ethane, CH3, CH3, C. Both these carbons are same. Either we can vacate the valency from here or we can vacate the valency from here. Then it is CH3, CH2. This is called as the ethyl. Okay. But this is the first example. Second, now we take the third example of the propane, CH3, CH2, CH3. This is propane. Now the question arises, in the case of propane, how many radicals will be formed? See students, in the case of propane, we have got the 3 carbons. What we have to do from propane onwards, we should search that which carbon is same and which is different. How to decide that which carbon is same and which is different? It's a very easier concept. If I am writing on this side, deciding of same carbon, that how we can decide that the carbon is same or not. See, first, number of hydrogen should be same. If we want that 2 carbons should be same, then they should have the same number of hydrogen. So in this case, first and the second, they have the different number of hydrogen, so they are different carbons. First thing. Second, should get same number from both sides. They should get same number from the both sides. Same number means, see, this and this carbon, both this carbon has got the same number of the hydrogen. So the chances of their similarities becomes brighter, that they may be the same carbon. First thing what you have to see is the number of hydrogen should be same. Second thing, should get the same number. See, if I do one number here, 1, 2 and 3. If I do one number here, 1, 2 and 3, they are getting the same number. So both these carbons are similar. So what we do, those carbon which are similar, we gave them a same sign. That it be triangle I have put. So this triangle represents that both the carbons are same and this carbon is different. So we are giving a different sign. Now students, it's a very simple trick. Number of radicals is equal to number of different signs. Okay, what you have done is, the first thing, if you want to count the number of radicals, then what you do, you find out the same carbon and the different carbons. So on the same carbon give the same sign, on the different carbon give a different sign, and then you can make the radicals. How many radicals are there? Number of radicals is equals to number of the different sign. This is clear. Now see, if I make the radicals of this, then CH, if I go on this side, CH3, CH2, CH2. Once I made the valency by this carbon free, okay, this is the valency made free. And now the second case, what I do, I made the valency free from the second number carbon. Why don't I am not, we will not separate the valency from this carbon, because this carbon and this carbon is same. That's the reason why out of both these we will vacate either from this or from this. But since this carbon is different, so I will also vacate from this. So therefore, but obviously in propane two different signs are there, so it is going to form the two different radicals. So two radicals are formed. This compound C, this is prop. Because valency is free, I put YL. And remember student, this is N-propyl. What is the condition of N? I have told in the earlier video also that if the longest carbon chain is straight, saturated, and the valency of the first carbon is free, then it is called as the N-propyl. Now see, it is very clear. It is isopropyl. Why? We have got the iso group carbon, methyl, methane and hydrogen. This is the isopropyl. So in the case of the propane, we have got the two radicals N-propyl and the isopropyl. Now students, question, draw all possible radicals of, I am taking two compounds C4H10 and C5H12. This is the question, that you have to draw the all possible radicals of the butane and the pentane. This compound is butane and this compound is pentane. Okay. Students, remember this point, that when you are going to make the radicals more than 3 carbon, then first if we take the butane, I am writing the butane here. And I am writing the, if I plot the table, and this I go for the pentane here. Okay, this is pentane and this is butane. Now see students, first of all, when the butane or pentane or hexane is given and you have to make the radical, then first thing what you have to do is draw its N-iso and neo structure. So in case of butane, if I draw N-butane, what is N-butane? But means 4 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. N means single bond, and if N comes, it means carbon chain should be straight. So it is the N-butane. Now see CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. We have drawn this structure. Similarly, in the case of pentane also, I will draw N-pentane. The first thing is draw N-pentane. Now the student, I am drawing the N-pentane and I have drawn the N-butane. Now the question arises, what we have to do? We have to make the radicals of this compound. The first thing is make sure that which carbons are same and which are different. So if I compare this and this, then both of them are same. Why? What is the condition? Number of hydrogen should be same, as well as they should get the same number from the both side. Here number of hydrogen is same and they are getting the same number 1 1 from the both side. That's the reason why both of them same. Now compare these two. If I go 1, this is 2 number. If I go 1, this is 2 number. So both are getting the same number as well as same hydrogen. So these two are also same. It means total how many different signs are there? 2 different signs are there. So how many radicals? We have told you that number of the different sign is equals to number of the radicals. So in this case, we will form the 2 radical. Now see how the 2 radical is there. If I draw, this is the A1. If I draw here, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2. Valency of the first carbon is made free. Now the question arises, what is the name of this? C student. This is a carbon straight chain. But is there. Valency is free. YL. If carbon chain is straight, put N. This is called as the N-butyl. The first radical is N-butyl. See, second radical. If I made the valency free from this side, then what is called? It is called as, listen students carefully, if the carbon chain is straight, valency is free from second number carbon, then that is called as secondary carbon or secondary butyl. So this is called as the secondary butyl. Remember this Now in this case, if I vacant from this carbon or this carbon, one and the same thing. If I vacant from this or this, one and the same thing. The point is that if the carbon chain is straight, saturated, and the valency of the second carbon is free, then it is called as the secondary butyl. So in the case of the N-butane, we are going to form the two. That is, first number is the N-butyl, second number is the secondary butyl. Now, if I compare with the pentane, if we see this, how many carbons are same? This and this is 100% same. This and this is same, and it has got no pair, therefore it is different. Now, see students, in this case, what we are saying, three different signs are there. So automatically we will form the three radicals. How many radicals? 3. A, CH3, CH2, 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 CH2. Free the valency from here. Second, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, free the valency from here. Third, CH3, CH2, CH, free the valency from the third number carbon. So these three radicals are there. Now what is the name? Longest carbon chain is straight, saturated, valency of first is free. Yes sir, it is N-pentyl. Okay, now if we go on this, what I have told you, carbon chain is straight, valency of the second carbon is free, it is called as secondary pentyl. See students, this carbon is secondary as well as this carbon is also secondary, but we are going to name secondary pentyl to this. What is the condition of the secondary pentyl? Carbon chain should be straight, saturated, and valency of the second carbon should be made free. That's why it is secondary pentyl. It is not secondary pentyl. Remember one thing students, name never repeats. If we have given the N-pentyl, then no other radical of the pentane will be given the name N-pentyl. Same for the secondary pentyl. Now the question arises, how we can name this? So make it clear that first you try by naming according to N-iso and neo. N is there, it is not iso because two methyls are not there with this carbon, it is not neo. Then what is it? If you go for searching that it is neither N nor iso nor neo, then plan for secondary and the tertiary. We have given the secondary here. It's not possible to repeat the name. It is not the tertiary carbon, so tertiary is not possible. In such condition, what you would do, you would go for IUPAC nomenclature. And dear students, this is a different technique of the IUPAC for the naming of the radicals. See, you should give the number 1 from the carbon where the valency is free. This is not the main IUPAC. We will go ahead in the other lectures how it is the IUPAC. But what I am saying, do give number 1 to that carbon where valency is free. Then choose the longest chain. I can go from 1, 2, 3 is this side or 1, 2, 3 this side. If I am preferring this 1, 2, 3. Okay. And make a block. This shows the longest chain. Dear students, those groups which remain outside the chain, outside the longest chain, they are now called as the branch. Okay, so this is the longest chain, so this is the branch. Dear, what you do, write the name of the branch with its position. This branch is present on the first carbon, I have written 1. Then 2 carbon, CH2, CH3. What I have told you, CH2, CH3 is called as the ethyl, so it would be the name as ethyl. Now then you go the name of the main carbon chain, that is prop. Why? Because 3 carbons are there and valency is free, is propyl. So its name is 1-ethyl propyl. Okay. So in the case of N-butane, we have formed the 2 radicals. In the case of the N-pentane, we have formed the 3 radicals. What I have told you, whenever the question is given in this format, then you have to draw 3 structures. N, then make its radical. Go for iso. Now the second is isobutane. If I draw the isobutane, students see, this is iso format and I have put the butane. This is isobutane. Now the question arises, how we can decide which carbon is same and which is different? It is very clear. One more condition I am writing here. Third, these were the 2 conditions were required earlier. Now a new condition will develop. Third, if branch is there, then branch should also get same number from both side. Can say see, in this case if I put 1 here, 2 and 3, this is the longest chain, then this is the branch. This carbon, if it is given 1, then 2 has got the branch. If I give this carbon to be 1, then again the 2 has got the branch. If I give this carbon to be 1, then 1, 2, 3, if I choose the longest chain in this way, then also branch. It means these 3 carbons are similar. Getting this point? These 3 carbons are similar and this is the different carbon. See students, these 3 carbons are same and this is different carbon. Therefore, 2 different signs are there. So, 2 radicals will be formed. This is clear. If I draw the 2 radicals, hey, I am drawing in, I am giving arrow, I am drawing there. So, isobutane is there. First, out of these 3, we can vacate the valency from any one of these 3 carbon. I would prefer this. What is the name? CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2. This is valency free. So, students, this is the first radical. And what is the second radical? If I draw, then it's B1, CH3, 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 I vacate the valency from it. This is the second radical. That was the first and that is the second radical. Now tell me what is the name? This group is iso group. Last carbon is this. Valency is free. It is called as isobutyl. Okay. This is named as the isobutyl. And what is this? This carbon is bonded to 3 carbon. It is called as tertiary butyl. So students, in the case of C4H10, we are going to form the 4 radicals: N-butane, isobutane. We have drawn the N-butane, isobutane. From the N-butane, the 2 radicals. One is the N-butyl and second is the secondary butyl. Then we draw the isobutane. 2 radicals, isobutyl and the tertiary. Remember dear students, that total 4 radicals are formed. Why? Because in the case of the in the case of the butane, we cannot draw neo. Why? Because neo start from the 5 carbon. By 4 carbon, you are not been able to draw the neo. That's the reason why what we are saying, that in the case of the N-butane, we will form the only 4 radicals in the case of the butane. First is N-butyl, second is secondary, then it is iso and then it is tertiary. Now, if we move for isopentane, then tell me, see how many carbons are same and different. These 2 are 100% different. Why? Because their hydrogen never matches to these 3. Okay, so these 2 are different. Now see this carbon and this carbon. If I compare this, if I give the 1, then 2 has got the branch. If I give the 1, then 2 has got no branch. What I have written, if branch is there, it should also get the same number. So in this case, if I am given the 1 here, then 2 has branch. If I give the 1 here, 2 don't have branch. So these 2 carbon are different carbon. Remember that if number of hydrogen is same, then it is not sure that the carbon will be same, because you have to compare these 3 points. First, hydrogen should be same. Second, should get the same number from both sides. And third, and the important thing is, if branch is there, then branch should also get the same number. Now students see, so 1, 2, 3, 4 signs are there. Now if I compare this, if I give the 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 2 will have the branch. So these 2 are same. So how many radicals are going to form? We are going to form the 4 radicals. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2. This is the first radical. Made the valency free from first carbon. If I draw the B, this is the second radical. If I draw the C, this is the third radical. If I draw the D, this is the fourth radical. Now, what is the name of the first radical? This is iso group is there. Valency of the last carbon is free. This is called as isopentyl. Okay, dear. Now, in this case, it cannot be secondary because we have used the term secondary here. Now, what I will do, I will go for IUPAC. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon chain is there. This is the main carbon chain. So, these 2 are branches. So, what is the name? I am writing here. 1 has got methyl, 2 has methyl. See how I write. 1, 2, 2 methyls are there. I would go for dimethyl. Then 3 carbon chain, I would go for propyl. Okay. And what is the name of this? Clear hai. This is tertiary carbon. That's why it is called as tertiary pentyl. What is the name of this? One number is there, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 has got methyl, 2 methyl, and I would put butyl. Okay. So this is the name of the 4 radicals of isopentane. And the last is we draw is the neopentane. See students, in the case of neopentane, this is neo. It is very clear that all these 4 carbon are same. This is different, but no radicals from this. Why? Because no hydrogen is there. So all these 4 are same. So only one radical will be formed, and that radical is CH3, 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 CH2. This is called as neopentyl. So this is the way we can draw the 8 radicals of the pentane. Why 8? How 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is the 8. So C5 draw the 8 radical and C4 draw the 4 radicals. This is clear. How many radicals? 4. How many? 8. Okay. In the next classes, we will move for the radicals of alkene and the radicals of the alkyne. If you are observing this video, then I am giving the homework. Try yourself. Draw all possible radicals of C6H14 and C7H16. In the next video, I will give the trick to how to find the total numbers. By a trick, you can find the total number of the radicals in the alkane. There is a trick. For example, in this case, we are going to form the 11 radicals. Here, I will go from the 14 radicals. Do try yourself. If you can solve, if you have the problem, you can ask me. Okay. Thank you.